You ever get that feeling like the whole internet is zipping by at 100 miles per hour and you're just trying not to crash? Everyone expects you to publish videos, podcasts, and short clips. Like yesterday, I've made a lot of content, way more than I should admit, and burnout is absolutely real. That said, I've also learned that AI isn't here to replace your creativity. It's here to speed up the boring, repetitive stuff that drains your time. Today, I want to walk you through the handful of AI tools I actually use to save hours on every edit, plus one workflow hack that makes each video better than the last. Think of these as your personal content survival kit. First up is the most obvious time saver, which are tools that automatically cut out the dead space and verbal hiccups so you don't have to babysit the timeline. If you've ever sat there trimming mid-sentence brain farts and filler words for an hour, you know the pain. Some tools do this well by detecting pauses and removing them, handing you a clean, rough cut. That is a lifesaver for those long, raw recording days. The caveat is that a lot of these auto-cutters are great at snipping silence but aren't great at context. They sometimes remove a tiny pause you actually wanted for pacing, or they don't recognize when a long breath is part of the rhythm. So, you still need to skim the final cut. Next is planning, which is the secret muscle most creators skip. If your shoot is messy, your edit will be a mess too. I use a few AI assistants to plan scripts and generate shot lists, so I actually film the B-roll I'll need. These tools will read your script and suggest B-roll and animation ideas, and even turn those into a day of shootable shot list. That one simple step saves me from endless reshoots and scrambling for visuals in the edit. The only downside with some of these planning AIs is that they can be a little generic. They'll suggest safe, broad B-roll ideas that don't always match your personal style. So use their suggestions as a starting point, then remix them to match your voice. Then there's editing by text, which is an absolute game changer. If you want to edit like you're cleaning up a document, deleting words and seeing the video change instantly, this is it. It makes cutting out stumbles and filler words feel way less rage-inducing than wrestling with a traditional timeline. Those tools also generate captions instantly, which saves another huge chunk of post-production time. The limitation is that they are phenomenal for long lectures and interviews, but for highly stylized montage edits, you still need traditional timelines. So, think of this as speed mode for getting your message tight. Let's talk repurposing, because this is where creators can actually win the distribution game without pulling their hair out. You can finish a long-form edit and then spend another full day manually cutting 10 short, platform-optimized clips. Or, you can let an AI scan your video, find the highest engagement moments, and auto-generate vertical clips with captions and zoom cuts. That saves me hours every single week. Fair note, many repurposing tools will pick obvious moments that look good on paper but may not align with your specific brand tone. They'll sometimes pick a joke that lands as a clip but isn't the best representation of the episode. So, plan your long-form content around repeatable, remixable moments, and that makes auto-clipping work even better. Visual effects and cleanup are another category that can really help your production quality. Some AI-powered editing suites will remove backgrounds without a green screen, do quick color grading and motion tracking. If you've ever shot in a messy living room and wished you could instantly pull a clean background, these tools feel like magic. The downside is that they can be heavy on computer processing and sometimes create weird artifacts in complex scenes. They're amazing for quick fixes, but for cinematic work, you might still want a specialized VFX pass. And audio is huge because, let's be honest, terrible audio ruins everything. There are easy-to-use AI audio tools that remove noise, tame echo, and make a voice track sound like it was recorded in a pro booth. I run everything through one of those before I upload. The trade-off is sometimes an over-processed surgical sound if you crank the settings too far. So dial it in and aim for natural clarity. Okay, so we've covered categories, but the reality is that there isn't a single tool that nails all of the above perfectly. Some are brilliant at cutting dead air, while others are perfect for planning. That's why I built a workflow around a handful of tools and one platform I keep coming back to when I want to go from one long video to a full week's worth of shorts. Here's the part people actually want: how to turn a single long video into dozens of shareable moments and then actually get them out to the world automatically. That is where Vizard comes in for me. Vizard doesn't try to be everything. It focuses on the parts that matter most for scale. It finds the viral moments in long content, turns them into ready-to-post clips, and schedules them so you don't have to babysit uploads. First, it auto-edits viral clips by scanning your long videos, identifying the high-energy moments, and generating vertical clips that are ready to post. Because yes, you can do this manually, but it takes forever. Vizard makes the heavy lifting automatic, and its detection tends to be smarter about conversational peaks and emotional beats than some other auto cutters. Second is the auto schedule feature, where you set your posting frequency once and the AI will slot and publish clips according to that schedule. No more downloading, resizing, uploading, or copying metadata, it just posts. This is a huge time saver if you want consistent multi-platform presence without a full-time social manager. Third is the content calendar, which lets you manage your clips, tweak captions, change posting times, and see everything in one place. You can reorder, reschedule, or bulk edit assets across platforms. For small teams and solo creators, this replaces 5 disjointed tabs and a dozen manual uploads. Now, don't get me wrong. Tools like descriptive text-based editors are still super useful for tightening up your take. And visual suites are still unmatched when you need fancy VFX. I don't suggest abandoning them, but if your goal is to scale repurposing and distribution, Vizard closes a lot of common gaps. Other clip generators will spit out content, but then leave you to manually schedule and manage it. Some scheduling platforms force you to upload pre-made videos one by one and don't help you find the clips in the first place. Vizard pulls the whole loop together. Here are a few practical workflows I use, starting with recording a 20 to 40-minute episode. Run it through a text-based editor to clean up major stumbles. Quick pass, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll already be saving hours in the timeline. Send the clean file to Vizard, and it auto-detects highlight moments and generates a batch of vertical clips. I review, tweak a handful for tone, and approve. Then set the auto-schedule cadence. Vizard publishes clips across my socials over the week, and the content calendar shows me what's going live. If one clip does particularly well, I can boost similar moments next week. After the upload, use a video analysis assistant to watch the full post and give you editing and pacing suggestions for the next video. Small iterative improvements compound, and that's how you actually get better without guessing. One last pro tip. Use an analytics-driven assistant to give you granular feedback. Ask it to watch your last upload and highlight where viewers are likely to drop off and which moments are most engaging. That, combined with Vizard's auto clip and schedule loop, is basically compounding growth. Better edits lead to better clips, which get scheduled more consistently, giving you more data to improve the next shoot. Quick recap, because this was a lot. Use pause cutting tools to scrap filler and speed up rough cuts. Use planning AIs to get B-roll and shot lists right on shoot day. Use text editors to trim words like you're editing a doc. Use smart repurposing tools to make short clips. Use visual AI suites for effects and cleanup. Run audio through noise reduction to save your ears. And critically, use a repurposing and scheduling system like Vizard to actually publish consistently without burning out. Tools alone won't make your channel blow up, but the right mix can save you so much time that you actually have the bandwidth to iterate creatively. If you're tired of spending your evenings chopping up footage, try a workflow that focuses on automation for the repetitive parts. I want to hear from you. What's the one AI tool that cut your edit time the most? Drop it in the comments, as I'm always hunting for better shortcuts. If you want a walkthrough of my exact Vizard workflow, Say so, and I'll put together a deep dive. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more real-world content strategies. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.